Hello everybody, it's me again, and today we are on day 16 of this series where we are busting some limiting beliefs, looking at the things that can hold us back in our professional lives. And today is a big one. Okay, today we're talking about the fear of rejection. And this is such a common limiting belief that rejection is a bad thing. Yeah, that rejection is somehow personal. It goes right to our core, right to our heart, doesn't it? When somebody says, no, I'm sorry, you didn't get the job. It's a real tough one. And I was very fortunate actually to learn about the power of no a long time ago. Because as many of you will know, I worked in sales for a very long time, and in sales you really have to get used to people saying no to you a lot. Okay, so not just when you're going for the job in the first place, but every single day when you're selling products or services, people are going to say no. And what I learned was that people say no when they're not sure. People say no when they're not ready. People say no to us when it's really more about them than it is about us. But we can mitigate this. So I remember my very good friend and respected trainer, Peter Lee, telling me once that about a story from when he was young, starting out in sales himself. And he said, I was selling cash registers. I think it was cash registers, Peter, or maybe it was scales or something, but for shops, you know, he had to sell into these businesses. And each cash register was, let's say it was worth £5,000. Okay, I might have got the figures wrong, but you're going to get the idea. He knew from his experience and from other people in the sales team's experience that they're going to have to talk to a lot of customers, and back in the day it was on the phone. He had to talk to a lot of customers in order to sell one of these machines that cost £5,000. In fact, he had to call 100 customers, okay? So 100 customers before you could get a yes. That's 99 no's, okay? This means that every no was worth a lot of money because he flipped the mindset. He flipped his mindset and he thought, okay, it's not that all the no's are worth nothing. It's not that the no's are there to grind me down. The no's are there to get me closer to the yes. Okay, so he figured, and I'm going to hope now because I'm live, I'm going to hope that my sums are correct. He figured that every no was worth £500. Yeah, so if it's 500 times 10 is 5,000. Sorry, every no was worth £50. Every no was worth £50 to him because it took 100 no's to get a yes, which was worth 5,000. So instead of thinking, oh, that's another no, I can't take it, I've had too many no's, I can't bear to pick up the phone anymore, every time he got a no, he was going, yes, 50 quid, yes, 50 quid, let's have another one. So he was welcoming the no's. Now, if you're job searching and you're going for interviews, I am not expecting you to have to go through 100 no's in order to get a yes, okay? Following the process that I share with my clients, we have a much more positive hit rate. So we apply for a lot fewer roles in the first place, and we get more interviews offered from the applications that we make, and we get a better response from those interviews, so we get more offers than rejections. However, it's still really good to just flip the switch on this mindset, this negative mindset, this limiting belief that rejection is a bad thing, because we can think of it in a job search as actually rejection is redirection. And as we've talked about before, when you make a mistake or when something goes wrong, you can look for what you can learn from that situation. So going back to the beginning when I was saying that no can be short for not yet or not sure, that reminds us, doesn't it, that actually I need to do something a bit different here. I need to do something different next time. Or if you feel like it's going wrong in the interview, then maybe you can think, actually, if I feel like this is going in the wrong direction, perhaps I can course correct. What is it that I need to say? What is it that I need to do or demonstrate here in order to reassure them that I am the right person for this job? So thinking about that is good reflection. Thinking about, okay, what can I learn from rejection so that when I go into my next interview, I go in forearmed. Forewarned is forearmed, right? So rejection is redirection in your job search. It means I have to course correct. I have to do something slightly differently next time. It can also mean that wasn't the right job for you. It was not your dream job. It was not meant to be. So don't sweat the small stuff. Move on to the next one. Hopefully the next one will be a much more positive experience. Before I end this session today, I just want to remind you that this is day 16, which means there's been over 2 weeks of these interviews, of these lives so far, talking about these limiting beliefs, and you can check them all out on my YouTube channel. Search Dream Job Coach and you should find them. And I am posting them into my Facebook page and into my Facebook group, which is called Day Job to Dream Job. However, Facebook are not keeping live videos for more than 30 days. So please don't expect them to be there forever, because they won't, but they will be on YouTube. Tomorrow, because now that we're in this final stretch of these videos, which is building a winning career strategy, tomorrow we are looking at career portfolios, and the limiting belief here is my work speaks for itself. I don't need a portfolio. I don't need to be able to demonstrate what I do, because my work should speak for itself. So it's a slightly different take tomorrow. I hope you can join me. I hope you're enjoying the video so far. And if you are, or you have any questions, please pop them in the comments. Please send me an email if you have any questions that you'd rather ask me in private. So my email is louise@louisejenner.com. And look over at my website for lots more resources and information about my coaching. That's at louisejenner.com. Have a lovely day, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.